Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo for the month of March, or from, whenever you view this video. These events could already be in play. It is a general reading, so that being said, if it doesn't sound like your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there, but if not, simply check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. So beginning at the bottom of the deck in our overall energies, we do have the Ghost. And so this is memories, a lot of memories, what haunts you, ghosts from the past, unable to forget someone or a situation from your past. You could be feeling or being overwhelmed by memories and emotions regarding a past person or situation, and feeling that something is not over. Okay, feeling like there is unfinished business here. You could also be thinking back, because if I look at this card that is beneath it, see, yeah. Interesting, we have the boar here and the boar here, but I'll get to that. But something came out, or maybe even emotions got spilled. There was loss here, and this is what you're thinking back to. And this could have happened with this boar because you felt threatened. This is feeling threatened. Okay. Being very cautious with the praying mantis, the next card. Looking carefully at every little detail. And that leads me here to the center of the reading. We have this card of the boar again. It's an actual card of a holiday, but it's not a place, or it's not a location. It is a state of being. And so, on the one hand, this card can suggest a holiday or travel is needed, but it is more a state of mind, emotional well-being. And this boar is clearly unhappy, okay, and sits unhappily next to that spilled cup. He appears very tired. The eyes, although he's trying to look ahead or look away, you see the head is actually pointed in front. It's not turned towards the cup, but the eyes are a dead giveaway because they're turned towards the cup, and so it's like he can't keep his thoughts off of what happened here in the past. So he is indeed being overwhelmed by memories of whatever was lost or got spilled here. So this card is like wishing and dreaming, perhaps, of being able to get away from the energy that this is causing, heartbreak, the emotional state. To do this, though, he must change his thoughts. It is a card that says if you change your thoughts, you change your reality. So he's thinking of this ending. I'm going to put all these cards together. A sudden ending. It was a sudden twist, or a surprise twist that happened, where somebody stood possibly facing their fears. This is what he's thinking back. It's what he's remembering. Somebody had to stand in face of their fears. This brought in the Tower, the card of trickery. So it was like something shocking. Something was suddenly revealed, a shocking revelation. Maybe it was this person, maybe it was the other, only you will know. And it happened because somebody felt threatened with that other boar here, and felt with this card of trickery that something wasn't right. It doesn't mean that's the truth. It's the way the person felt. Okay, so let's continue from there. So this is what the central issue is, and this person can't forget, and they're overwhelmed, and they may very well have triggers, things that trigger these emotions. Okay, so this person, although it's almost like they're trying to detach themselves, or they pretend like they don't care to the external world, to everyone else, but they're actually waiting. You see, they're still feeling the fallout from this storm. Look, it's still raining, and you can see, and maybe they've been through more than one storm with this person, but it's pouring rain on them still, and it's almost like they're stubbornly. Look at this person's face. See, the lips are turned down. Oh, you can't see it clear. The arms are crossed. That person ain't moving. You know, they're not budging. It goes there. Okay, so they're waiting. They may be waiting or expecting to hear from somebody. Even and inside though, they really want to reach out to this person, but they're not doing it. They're stubbornly standing their ground, I feel, waiting. This is also a card of waiting, feeling very vulnerable, but you know, they want to go back, but they're trying to hold themselves to their position. They may have done or said something in the moment that was perhaps thoughtless, that they didn't think through. With this card of the card of diplomacy. Okay, so they may have said or done something here, and it was because of fear of a fall from an agreement, you see? You see the agreement here, but somebody was afraid to take a fall. They were confused over their options, confused perhaps, like the wildflowers is a card of something that's blooming. It can even be love and bloom. So something maybe was blooming, maybe it was this agreement, but they were afraid to take a fall. They were confused about their options and afraid. Clearly, with the boar, they felt threatened in some way. There was an argument because of boundaries, or they felt that somebody was going to cross a boundary, or thought that they had. And one person, this is a card of devotion, it's like, oh, you know, I'd have done anything for that person, anything. I worshipped the ground they walked on. If they ended it, they didn't really want to. They just didn't like the hand or the agreement. They didn't like the hand they were being dealt, you know. So if they ended it, they didn't want to. They are still attached to you. If you ended it, again, this person didn't want this ending. They'd have felt pushed out. It's a very fragile situation here. And there's a decision pending to communicate. It will take a lot of strength. Strength from the heart, because it feels like a very chaotic situation, and is this person is worried about boundaries. It could be that they're trying to gain higher ground with something. They're worried. They're in their head a lot, and they're worried about what may or may not ever happen. Okay? they even imagine outcomes. They imagine surprise twists that could cause betrayal, but it's imagined. So this person is very fearful. There's something here in the future that this person wants to talk. We see it here with the chicken. They have something to say, and they're watching with the eye. But they may be holding back because things don't, it's like they're not clear. They're studying the situation, they're studying the relationship, but they are very, very afraid of being hurt. They're very afraid of being taken advantage of. And they're holding on to this, but you know, the cards are saying that they need to speak up. The chicken is, when it appears, that person needs to speak up. Speak up about what has been bothering them all of this time. Because if they don't, they're going to continue carrying it around, carrying this burden for a long time. The overall energy here and advice comes from this healing card. All right? So, this card can indicate pain and suffering in the now, and the importance of addressing it in the now. So if you're feeling weighed down by emotion, fear, guilt, remorse, jealousy, or regret, do not ignore it. And you see, that's the same warning we're having here. You or they need to address these feelings, or there can be consequences down the road. Again, this is a repeating message from the chicken. The card symbolizes the need to be honest and expressive instead of choosing a path of repression and denial. It is time to listen, determine, and acknowledge the source of discomfort or distress, and then, do what's necessary in order to heal it. It is time to de-stress. If someone or something has caused you upset, be honest and say so. Because it's the little splinters, the little barbs that lead to infection. And infection, an infection that would not have developed had we treated it initially. This can be also a need to look at the way you react and respond to others so that future relationships remain sound, and difficult situations can, thus be avoided. There are times when loss and emotional anguish cause us pain that can't be switched off, It is pain that erodes our ability to be patient and kind. It makes us hard and unyielding. It not only causes us distress, but can cause us to unintentionally inflict pain on others, which is what happened back here, I feel. So, if you find yourself in a position where another's words inspire an angry reaction that is disproportionate to the situation, you need to ask yourself why. Why are you so angry? Why does this situation create emotion so intense that you just want to yell, you want to scream, you want to run? Is your reaction natural? Is it a justified response to the situation? Or are you overreacting because you are in pain? Situations left unaddressed and untreated can only fester and impact on future relationships. I thank you for watching, for liking and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.